Isn't it funny? The truth just sounds different.
Hello there, how you all doing? Crazy thing happened today. I drove into a local town to do some shopping and wandering around town. I'd done my shopping, I got the stuff I wanted, what I could find that I wanted, and anyway I was walking up High Street and I suddenly needed to go to the loo. I thought I could do with going to the loo. And I went to go to a pub that was nearby, but there was a sign on the door saying, "Polite notice. Our toilets are for the customers' use only." Oh, okay, fair enough. And I thought of going to the bus stop because I knew there was a bus station, because I knew there was a public loo there, but that was a little bit of a walk, so I thought I'd go up to the loos by the cafe at the other side of the park. So I wandered up there and I thought, I'll go in and have a coffee and something to eat as well, because I'm feeling a little bit sort of peckish, you know. And I walked in and I ordered a black coffee, and they didn't have any pasties there, and I remembered having a pasty there before and it was really nice. And but there was a plate of sausage rolls, and I knew the place was sold vegetarian or vegan food, and so I said to the girl behind the counter, I said, "Those are vegetarian sausage rolls, aren't they?" And she goes, "Vegan, yes." And I said, "Right, well, I'll have one of those as well, please." Anyway, so nice that I went back to the girl and I said, "I'm going to have another one of those, please." And I said, "I'm not vegetarian, I just refuse to eat pork." And she goes, "Yeah, so do I." And anyway, it transpired that, because she said, you know, I follow the instructions as it says in the Bible. The dietary instructions, Leviticus 11. And I said, yeah, anyway, we got into this conversation about what Father really meant when he talked about certain animals being clean or unclean. And I said, yeah, Christians totally miss the point, don't they? It's nothing to do with ceremonial uncleanness. It's because the animals are unhealthy. And anyway, I went back to my table and she brought out the coffee and then brought out, because she'd warmed up my sausage roll, and brought that to me. And she came back and sat down and talked, and she said, "Do you know what? You are such an encouragement. You have really made my day." And it transpired that she is a messianic believer. She's Torah observant. Father brought her in 5 years ago because the whole COVID thing, got her reading the scriptures for herself, and Father just did it all. And she doesn't call herself a Christian, doesn't go to church because she knows all the errors in the church and how it's a pagan religion, and we must have talked for about an hour. The place was empty, no business, there was someone else on duty, and I'd said, "Are you going to get into trouble for talking with me like this?" And she said, no, there's no one here, We must have talked for nearly an hour, easy. And if I was an encouragement to her, she certainly was an encouragement to me. Solution: if you get to watching this, Shalom to you. Many blessings. Anyway, I just wanted to share their story and bless all you lot as well, because Father had obviously arranged all this, and I've been isolated as well for the last 3 years, and she came up with a wonderful phrase. She regarded her situation as divine isolation. She does engage with other believers online via, webcam and everything, and she engages in, worship meetings of Messianic believers, and I don't dismiss meeting with other believers either, but nothing organised. And it seems to be that this is what Father is doing to a great many people across the planet, isolating people, and that it can be Father's will for people to be isolated. Yeshua himself, Jesus, was isolated in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights immediately after his baptism to prepare him for his ministry. And I believe Father is preparing various people for specific duties and jobs, for specific ministries, if you like, that he has for them in the days that are coming. I know, okay, I've gone down on a bit of a tangent there, but I thought it worth mentioning. So, anyway, bless all you lot for listening. Hope to see you on the next one. Blessings to you, Lucian, and blessings to our Father in heaven. Amen. Shalom, y'all.